Anyway, stupid tangent. Welcome back, the Jump King. New Babe Plus. I am back to this hellhole, and I am... Well, I was in a bad mood already, so I thought, hey, instead of playing this game in a good mood, like I usually do, you play it in a bad mood. Because then, you take something that's already shit, and you make it more shit. So it's perfectly reasonable. There's a lot that needs to be said about this stream. I usually play up to a certain point before I start Jump King and start playing it. Off stream, I'll catch up to the highest point I reached in the previous streams, or overall, technically. And I thought I made it a lot further than... I haven't played this game in a while, so I thought I made it a lot further than I actually did. And I vividly remember doing that, but I was looking at past streams, and I can't, for the life of me, find exactly where I did that. Maybe I cut it out by accident, I'm not really sure. Oh, voice is very, salivating. Anyways, it was complete shit. This New Babe Plus is, there's no other word to say but cancerous. This fucking DLC is so, it's not even, would you call it DLC? I don't know. This expansion, this new part in this stupid game sucks ass. It's not fun at all. And I'm upset because the Yankees just lost against the Blue Jays, because that's what they're known for, fucking things up now. Ever since last postseason, the World Series, we made it to the World fucking Series. And Aaron H. Judge. I can't give him so much shit. He's actually a very good player, but man, the thing everyone talks about for the Yankees that last year was when he really fucked up that play, but I don't even want to get into that. It's going to piss me off more. So yeah, the Yankees are out, Blue Jays are in. I honestly don't know how is the postseason looking. I was going to make I'm still going to, by the way. I should have done it this stream, but it's fine. I'll just do it. I'll do it next stream. It's probably going to update like crazy anyways, and I'll look less like an idiot. But if I'm not mistaken, if this actually loads, I believe Seattle's going to win. They're going to beat the Jays. I'm just saying my prediction now so people don't call me bullshit. LA I already predicted was going to win, but whatever. I think Milwaukee's going to win against the Cubs. Seattle's going to win against Detroit. Then Seattle's going to beat the Jays, make it to the World Series. Dodgers are going to beat Milwaukee, make it to the World Series. And then the Dodgers will ultimately win again because they have a great fucking team, and they were blessed by VTubers. Virtual YouTubers. When you get blessed by them, you just win everything. It's bullshit, and it should be considered cheating. But anyways, let's play this trash. Legend has it, there was a smoking hot babe at the top. So I thought I made it past this point, which I did, but I thought I made it even further past the Lost Frontier. This fucking bit in the game sucks. It's not fun at all. See, but that happens. That's the worst. It's like, you get sent back to this area so often. It's just hell. At least I know like a little speed running trick there. But yes, digital ID is now upon us. YouTube is now... I don't know, actually. I haven't really seen a lot of complaints by it because... or from people about it because maybe they just kind of restricted the AI so much that it doesn't really do anything, which would be good because in all honesty, like, like, you know, kids shouldn't see certain things, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm kind of the opinion, you know, this might be a very boomer opinion, I guess. But actually, I don't think it is. I think it's probably a millennial opinion. I don't know, actually. But I think parents should monitor what their kids are watching. I don't think you should trust internet companies to do that for you. Because generally, they don't have your best interest in mind anyway. So why would you trust them for anything? Right? I mean, if you ever go into like the homepage of YouTube, like without an account signed in, it's just tits. Like straight up. It's just tits and minges. And, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're trying to make your platform more family friendly and say like, hey, look, you know, we're trying to make sure kids don't watch this crap, then having your front page when your account is not signed in being bazongas and roast beef everywhere, you know, it's not a good look, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, I'm an old man now, so this shit doesn't really affect me too much. But you know, it is kind of a sad dystopian future when, you know, one day I'm gonna walk into a bar and I'm gonna have some fucking robot ID me, some fucking clanker. You know, I'm gonna use the hard ER. A clanker. That's what they are. They're clankers. And I'm sick of them. I'll be honest. I say that, but I'll be honest. If I'm being completely frank, I have thought a lot about just using AI to make my thumbnails because I'm lazy. I don't know. You ever think about like the future and how it kind of seems like it's just gonna be dystopian? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. You know, the only thing like in the future, I'm probably gonna be like fucking Will Smith from iRobot. I'm gonna be like an anti-robot or a humanist, I guess. And I'm gonna walk up to a robot and like, you know, open hand palm, slap it across the face, breaking all my fingers and yell, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, stupid clanker." And yeah, and that's when I get killed, right? It's when they just like vaporize me with their like laser beam eyes, which is a shame. It's a shame, but that's life, right? You know, life is getting vaporized and potentially, you know. Oh my goodness, I have to pay attention. And potentially, you know, violated by robots, because that is actually a possibility too. They did like an experiment. I mean, I don't know actually what. I'm just talking on my ass. What situation would like a robot want to like? I don't know. But they did do oh, what am I doing? See, this is the problem. When you talk and play this game, you just fucking... Your brain goes on autopilot, which you can't do, right? It's not good to play this on autopilot mode. Because you're just going to get fucked. I was playing this game for 4 hours last night, just trying to get back to like a further point that I actually never even made, because I just misremembered what I did because I haven't played this piece of shit game in so long. You know, now I'm here torturing myself like Hassan tortures dogs. Oh no, I shouldn't joke about that. Oh man, but isn't that interesting? Like, you know, you would think fellas like that, you know, the ones that are super progressive and stuff, you'd think they'd be like against electric shock therapy, you know what I mean? But I guess not. You know, it's a strange world. A lot of different characters out there, right? A lot of colorful characters that have difference of opinions, right? And sometimes, you know, if you don't want your dog to engage in that lifestyle, you just got to give them the old electric shock therapy. It's I don't agree with it personally. You know, I would never give my dog the electric shock therapy, but you know, some people do. And it's kind of sad. I think, you know, there actually is an honest conversation you can have without jokes. It is kind of sad that, like, animals are just like property, right? Like they're technically like a thing. In terms of like laws, right? I mean, we have animal abuse laws, right? You can't decide to, especially if it's very obvious about it, right? Like the I think there was like a cats documentary, like Don't Mess with Cats on Netflix. Like that was like obvious, like that was obvious, like animal abuse, right? He murdered a cat, so in a very disgusting way. But it's still like if your dog is poorly trained and it bites someone, the dog gets killed. When in reality, like, it's a dog, right? So it being mistrained isn't the dog's fault, it's the person's fault that trained it. So what I'm saying is we should kill the person. No, I'm not saying that. But the onus should be on the person. It shouldn't be on the dog. But problem with that is, like, well, then what do we do? Do we take the dog away and have someone, like, or are we gonna have like a child care services, but for like dogs and cats? You know, that's been streaming for like 23 minutes, and I'm like saying shit that's gonna get me banned already. I don't know. I'm in a talkative mood. I'm in a chatty mood. I hate this game, but I remember one reason why I like to stream it. It's just because it's like, it's super easy to stream. Like, I can just talk over this. Everything's kind of muscle memory to a certain extent. And you can kind of play it on autopilot mode, despite me. Well, see, as I say that, I just get fucked. But for the most part, you can. It's not hard to, like, talk about absolute drivel while playing this game and actually making progress. Also, I'm not reading their dialogue because I've read them like 50 fucking times. They say the same shit over and over again. If you want to see what they say, go to the previous streams. It's nothing that interesting. It's just them fucking trolling me, essentially. So if you want to see me get trolled, go watch an earlier VOD. Ooh, I'm surprised I actually made that jump. That was a little bit too light. See? And then I was overcorrecting because I was like, oh, that was too light. I should put more power into my jumps. And that's what happens. Right? But yeah, it is a good game, Jump King. No, it's not. It's not fun to play, but like, again, like I said, it is fun to stream because I can just talk shit. But as I say that, I can't seem to like actually make any decent progress here. I'm actually staying in this bit for a while now. And I don't like that. It's not interesting just to see me play the same shit over and over again. So I should lock in a little bit and try my best to make it past a certain point. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about indeed. I really need to use the restroom. Just a little bit. It's just, it would kind of suck if I'm not going to be streaming for that long, so I should just hold it. If I'm just doing like a hour stream essentially, like why would I cut gameplay just for that, right? Ah. See, like, this is all muscle memory at this point. Well, not that part, I guess, but... yeah, I knew that was coming. Ah! I fucking hate that. It's just like... you make one mistake and it drops your ass there. It's just so stupid. That was a pretty precise jump. I knew that was gonna happen. It was just too obvious. Yeah, I should have. I didn't adjust properly for that jump. Should stop streaming now, but I think it's been the limit. But now that I'm at this point, I kind of want to see how far I can make it. So let's just focus for a bit. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, yeah, I put too much power. Too much power. It used to help me to be like medium to max jump, medium jump, medium to max, medium to max. But that doesn't really help anymore because now the jumps are so precise that those like vague kind of precision. I can't even talk. Those vague like descriptions for the jumps won't really help when it's so precise, right? That's the problem. So I have to kind of like just rely on muscle memory essentially. So, which is not the worst because you also have to think too as well. Like you have to be like, okay, this is how I do this jump. But then sometimes you can just kind of go with the flow. Which is why that happens. And it's like, oh, hey, I'm going with the flow. But then that happens too. It's like, oh, I'm going too much with the flow. And that's like a slightly... like that's a disc jump, essentially. Like it's the same amount of strength there. And I keep on messing it up. Yeah, see? And now my brain, I'm like, oh, more power. It's like, no, it's not a power jump. Now I'm putting less power because now I'm like, oh, I put too much power. And that's not... and the problem is now I'm gonna overdo it again because now I'm getting frustrated. It's just, that's the problem. You get frustrated. And that's when it sucks. So, like, I know this is a medium to, like, high, and this is, like, mediums, and this is medium to max, medium to max. This one is medium to max, but there you go. It's just kind of hard to get. That one's also hard to get. Like, they're all kind of hard to get because they're slightly precise, right? And that's how you have to do it. You have to, like, even use sound to help you a bit, too. There's a lot to it, man. It's a lot to this area of the game. It's just ridiculously bullshit because every jump pretty much like after this point, every jump after this point is super precise, and that's just unfair. Like this jump is technically precise, but it's not punishing, right? Like I can do that, no punishment, and I'll slide off and it'll bring me there. This jump is not super precise, like the jump, like this jump I'm about to do right now. This one's not super precise, but it's super punishing. So it's like, in the beginning, it's a nice balance, right? This one's not super precise. Like, see, I put a little bit more power that time. Then you get here, and it's like every jump is precise. and it's like, what the fuck am I doing here, right? Oh, I got that. I don't care what the kid says. Well, I fucked that jump up there, but like I've been doing that one like super precisely just to get into that kind of muscle memory mentality, like really practice my precision of my jumps. I gotta crack my knuckles. Dog wants to come into my room, but he's being a lazy feck right now. I have the door slightly ajar. Oh, there he is. Hi, Toby. You're stretching. Okay, okay. Yeah, you want to hang out with me? Yeah. I'll be honest though, ever since I saw like the Hassan shocking thing, which by the way, he shocked his dog. Like you have to be a moron not to think that. I mean, it's the fact that he duct taped it. It's kind of proof enough, in my opinion. Actually, no. I mean, problem is like, why did he shock his dog? Sorry, I'm holding my dog as I'm trying to. I know he wants to go on my lap, but now he's sitting on my headphones. Oh, hey, stop! You're tangling up. Okay, give me one second. Look, you see, there you go. You were tangling up the wires. You dummy. Come on. Come on that. Yeah. You just, I mean, I guess he can't really. I was gonna say, like, he could just, if he really wants the dog to be on stream. At least I know my dog. He loves sitting on my lap. But then I forgot that Kaya is apparently a very big dog. Hi, Toby. So yeah. Sorry, he's trying to get comfortable, and I'm trying to get comfortable. It's kind of hard to do that. I mean, I'm going to end the stream soon, so it's fine. But ever since then, I'm like, I'm not that shit of a dog owner. Because I'll be honest, I'm not a good dog owner either. If I'm being completely frank. Not that I treat my dog like shit, but the one thing I always feel bad about is like, man, I got to take him out more. Because there's just some days where I'll be honest, I'm feeling fucking lazy and I don't want to go out. And obviously, you know, dogs need to go for walks, right? But tomorrow I'm going to go on a 10-kilometer run. I'm going to bring him with me then. He was also kind of trained poorly, not by me, because he wasn't trained by me. He was trained by my sister, who just did a terrible job, in my opinion. Yeah. I feel bad because I'm like, I gotta take him out more, right? And sometimes I just feel lazy. But then I see someone shocking their dog, and I'm like, I'm not so bad. I'm not, you know, it kind of vindicates me, you know what I mean? I don't know. Probably a very bad way of looking at it. But that's pretty much the only thing that I suck when it comes to Toby. Like, I'll play with him, I'll throw a toy around, and he has like a yard that he can like, you know, walk around, do whatever the fuck he needs, like a little patch of grass so he can like urinate and relieve himself. That's the TV. He's hearing like I have like a little monitoring thing so that I can just make sure the audio is good. It's not loud enough where you guys can hear it, but he's hearing it and it's freaking him out. What was I saying? What was I saying? I almost had that. Oh, that was like someone honking their horn. Okay, so my dog has a good reason to be upset, but point being is I am not a perfect dog owner. I could do way better, and I should improve on that. Because not only that, like, you know, taking your dog out every day is good for your health as well, right? Like, it's good to like move your body. So it's just me being a fatty, right? Which is not good. But also it's a pain in the ass to take him out because he's not like socialized properly, right? Like he struggles with like new people and especially dogs. Now what's nice about him though is, let's say I'm walking with him and there's like another dog. I'm worried, obviously. Like I know what's gonna happen. But the nice thing is like, for some reason this dog has like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, what would you describe this ability? I guess it's like the best, like, you know, RPG like would be like taunt, but like hidden taunt. Like he doesn't like make it obvious that he's taunting another dog, but it's kind of obvious, like to me, but not to like other people. But the reason why it's obvious to me is because I know every time he sees another dog, they always start like barking at each other aggressively. But the thing is, the other dog always starts at first. But I know why. It's because like my dog is doing something low key to kind of say like, hey, I want to fucking fight you. Like fuck around and find out. I want you to come on. Let's get at each other. I want to rip your throat out. You know, that's what my dog is like subconsciously saying to other dogs. And you know, the owners are always confused, like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, she never does this, or he never does this. I don't know why he's getting so aggressive. I'm like, you know, those dogs can be unpredictable. And I'll always like, you know, be like, oh, you know, I don't know. But I know it's not their dog, it's my dog who's starting shit. But my dog is the size of a football, right? Like you can punt him. And that's a problem if he's doing that shit with like big dogs. Because big dog, big nuts, they'll fuck him up. But I have good like control of his leash and shit, so that's never really a problem. But it's just awkward, and it's kind of like I don't feel comfortable with it, which is a stupid excuse. It's like, oh, you know, I don't want to take out my dog because he makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like it's not his fault, right? But either way, my solution to that was just taking him out at night. So instead of like, you know, actually facing the problem head on, which I tried by the way, but there's other problems with that, mostly family related, that pissed me off, but I won't get into that because that's personal. So whatever, but it is, it works out. I can just take him out at night. And for that 10-kilometer run I talked about, I'm going to do that very early in the morning. Because I also heard that's, like, better for your health. So, in the end, it's kind of like a win-win anyway. So, who cares? You know, and it's not like he minds that, like, he's waking up early to go on a run, right? You know, he loves that shit. But I think it's more important now than ever because he's starting to get older, right? So, I'm just yapping over my fucking dog now. I don't know. Dogs are kind of like, fuck me. Fuck. Jeez. I don't want to swear like that, but it just makes me want to eat lead. Jeez. But, I don't know, Toby. I'm almost done. Actually, I'm almost done. I'm going to end the stream in like 15 minutes, but, yeah. It's, still though, never put a shock collar on him, so, you know, I never had to do that. Because you don't really need that, unless, like, I'm not even against shock collars, right? Like, I don't think, if you put a shock collar on your dog, it's like, which, you know, might sound like fucking hypocritical or surprising because I'm like talking about, I was like, you know, I'm kind of making fun of the whole situation, right? But it's like kind of in a way that makes me seem like I'm against shock collars. But there actually is like legitimate reasons to them. Not necessarily like, you don't have to have the shocking ones. I think the vibrating ones are good enough, but you know, it depends on the dog too. But the time I always see it being used, I'm like, okay, that makes perfect sense, is when like you're living on a farm or like somewhere with like wide, like far out land where there's no fences and your dog can just run for as long as he wants. Shock collar in those situations make perfect sense, right? Like, oh my goodness, that is but yeah, so there are actual legitimate purposes to having shock collars, in my opinion, which is like I just described, you know, having like some way to, because vibrating is good. Like, it's good to vibrate the collar so that, you know, it's kind of like you can like train them to like come back to you when you do that too. But shock collar, like, that's if, hey, this dog is not listening to me at all, he's entering very dangerous territory where he will die, then it's fine. It's completely fine to use a shock collar, right? You shock the shit out of them, they fucking hopefully stop where they are, and you just come and retrieve them, right? Because dogs run fast. And, like, you really can't. You really, like, if you wanted to, like, if you were to race your dog's always gonna win, no matter what. So, again, open farm like that makes complete sense. You know, it's a lot of wild animals on a farm, right? Like coyotes and shit like that. Especially if your dog is small. Nah, obviously if your dog is small, you don't really need like to zap the shit out of him, because like a small little hinge and you'll be like, what the fuck's going on? But even then, like, if you're a good enough trainer, you really don't even have to rely on that, right? You can just vibrate the collar. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop here. I'm yapping too much about dogs. I love my dog. He's sitting on my lap, and I'm talking too much. And now I have to like probably cut a lot of this out, because a lot of it's probably like bannable or whatever. But let me do this too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to the stream. I'm going to stream next week, yes. Castlevania Simon's Quest. Finally. I'm playing Simon's Quest. It's already been a year, which is kind of crazy now that I think about it, since I played Castlevania, the first one, and now I'm on the second one. So that's going to be like the October thing. It's going to be mostly Castlevania. Then I'm going to go back to Valhalla. So I'm going to stream Castlevania Simon's Quest twice. I'm going to have 2 days for that. 1 day for some more Valhalla, because I love that game. Or VA-11 Hall-A. And then I'm going to be streaming like pretty much Jump Game for like a lot until I beat the game. And then I'm going to Simon's Quest, and I'm going to try to beat that game as well. So we'll see how that goes. While streaming, I'm not going to be playing Jump King for a bit again, because this game sucks, but I will practice. Like, hopefully I'm... Sorry, Toby. He's like getting upset because he's trying to sleep. Hopefully I'm not procrastinating too much like it did last time. I was supposed to stream on Wednesday and streaming on Friday, but I was just like, I didn't want to play this game. When I don't want to do something, I procrastinate. And Jump King is one of those games that I'm like, I don't have to play. I don't want to play it. Which I don't have to, but it's my OCD. It's like, I have to beat the game. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope your day is better than mine, because fucking Yankees lost and I played this game. But it's still fun to commentate, so I can't say too much about that. But I hope you have a good one. Thank you for coming by, and yeah.